Hi, how you doing? You're watching Andy WTH. I'm Andy. Big Brother 18 Edition USA, and it finally started. First week, and there's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna try to, and my topic will be how the game will work, and can the newbies really work together? Well, let's start off with that. It's pretty much, as we all know, we've seen 12 went in, and then Julie said, "Hey, guess what? There's four more in your returning players," and of course, all the newbies, the return players are not in yet, and they said that, hey, we're going to stick together, we're going to get them out. So, all right, sounds great. And that was led to the charge of Paul. Paul wanted this, bang, 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 that's it. So, just remember, too, the two of the newbies are siblings of former players. One of them is Tiffany, of course, Vanessa from last year, and of course, Paulie, which is Cody's brother. So we know that part. All right, so that's kind of it. You get what I'm saying here? So that's kind of a little bit of a, could be a monkey bar, if you're a monkey bar. What the hell is a monkey bar? Really? I'm trying to say stick in the wheels. That's what I should say, which I just said. Anyways, so that could put a problem to the plan. And I think it will, and I believe it will. So they all pop up out of the freaking suitcase there, one after another. So we're scoping it all out, and of course, right away, the return players knew, all right, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. So, all right. So the first problem to their plan was Big Brother said, okay, guess what, guys? We're going to compete today, and one person's going to go home. Oh shit. Okay, how are they going to do that? Is it an HOH or what? No. It's what I call competition to eviction, all right? The whole idea of it is that you got 4 rounds, as you guys know, and this is the kicker, okay? The last team that gets to the end, the 4th round, will be one team, and each member have to compete against each other. And whoever finishes last is automatically evicted. And another little clause in that is one of the remaining 3 will be the new HOH. All right, so basically, 4 rounds. The first round was basically decided who was have-nots and punishments, and who get the money, and who survives the first, who wins the first one, doesn't have to go any further. They're safe, right? So basically, whatchamacallit, that one here. Oh God, I wrote that down. If I would lose my head sometimes. All right, here we go. The team that won, hard to believe, is the Unicorn team. Okay, with James. James' team won, so that's great. And the one that won the cash, by the way, would be Nicole's team. And the punishment is Frank's team that won the punishment. That means they finished 3rd. And of course, Devon team is that have-not team. So we got our have-nots for the week, and we have the punishment, and we have somebody that won the money, and one that won the first competition. The next round, of course, Frank's team won, and that's great. And then the next round, Davon's team won, and guess what? Nico's team was the team to fight it out. So just before they went out there to compete for the last round, basically, this is where you know the newbies are not going to stick together. Paul went to Cody and Tiffany and what's his name? Glenn. There you go. Say, hey, okay, listen up. Whatever happens, she cannot be HOH. Okay, Nicole cannot be HOH. That just ruin our whole. That cannot happen. And of course, the competition went. Unfortunately, Glenn lost by a hair. So then, of course, the other 2 had different plans, all right? Completely different. So they're like, oh, we don't want to be HOH, man. But remember, returnees, they needed that, because without that HOH, they are, well, basically in trouble. So she had to kind of convince them, hey, well, really wasn't much convincing. Then they gave it to her. So right away, Paul was pissed off, obviously. All right, so who does she nominate? Well, now this is how stupid these guys are, okay? They go over, they say, oh my God, we gotta go talk to her. So Victor, okay, goes over to see Nicole, right? Okay, and that's come think of it, Nicole had a really good first date. She got money and she got HOH, so that's pretty good. So he goes there, takes off his shirt, you know, muscular guy, and he's like this, you know, like, oh, so what's your plan? Trying to talk to her, and of course while he's talking to her, she's not saying very much. Remember, she's a vet. She knows not to say very much, right? So she said, oh, I'm not sure, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, what does he do? He sits there and tells her the whole damn story of what's going on in the house. Really smart newbie. Very smart. So that's problem number one. Right there in your whole newbies against the vets. Okay? You're telling them what's going on. Not good. Now, let's go to the other guy. Jose, him. He's sitting there in the hammock with Devon, of course. One of the most, as far as I'm concerned, very, like, you tell me something, thank you very much. And he's sitting there telling her, oh, I'm the next Messiah, and all this, how he's going to take this person out and that person out, blah, blah, blah. And Nicole's going to be the first one of his targets. I mean, he's telling the whole plan pretty much as well, pretty much almost carbon copy of what Victor was doing, except, you know, minus taking off the shirt, you know. So both of them turned around and told the returning house guest what's their plans. Of course, Nicole is going to find out from Devon that, hey, guess what? This is what they're telling me. This is their plan. And boom. Hey, thank you very much. So, of course, then when the nomination comes around the corner, who does she nominate? Well, this gets the kicker right here, okay? Now, this is where I think Polly has a problem. So she's saying, oh my God, I want to get Jose out. But I need a strong player. I need to put a pawn. Okay, listen. Anytime anybody asks you, do you want to go up as a pawn? Do yourself a favor and say it's not a good idea. So so that was her target. So Jose. And of course, then she brings up Paul. And then she convinced Paul, you know, yeah, why not go up in the plane? You know, he's a little bit hesitant, but he says, oh, okay, because I trust you, blah, blah, all this bullshit. And whatever the case may be, he is now up on the block with Jose. And all of a sudden, I just seen here today, I don't know where that came from, but Paul is also up on the block, which, with his loud mouth, he's in trouble. I think he has a bigger chance of going home than Jose because of his attitude and everything else. That's what I believe. So, that's where we're at with that part. Now, and the reason I'm saying I don't think it's going to do it as well, there is, of course, alliances form all of a sudden. Now, there's 3 alliances, which is quite interesting. The first one's called the 8-pack, okay, which consists of, okay, 4 returning players. That's good. Corey, Tiffany, and Zazia, and of course, Paulie as an alternate. Now, Paulie's on the bottom of this alliance. I don't know if he realizes this, but he is. Now, this is what I find very interesting. If you look at the whole thing in this alliance, all of a sudden, there's 2 side alliances coming in. And this is different. 2 women alliances, which is quite different, I think. Okay, the first one, they call it the Fatal 5, with Nicole, Devon, Tiffany, and Zazia, and Michelle. Okay? And the second one is, and this one I think might have a higher ability to be successful if you want. Bonte, Natalie, and Bridget. Now, the smaller group I think is going to have a better chance to succeed, I think. Now, if you notice, though, in these alliances, there's 2 names that are not associated with any of the 3 groups at all. Victor and Paul. Okay? Both those guys are on the outside looking in, and I don't even know if they realize that yet. Okay? Paul thinks he, like, Paul's going to have a lot of work to do if he's not part of an alliance, and I don't think he thinks he is, but I mean, just by that, up to now, that's what I see. Of course, I haven't seen live feeds lately. Of course, so that's where I'm at with that. So right now, I believe right now when the vote comes around, if Paul is on the block, he is going to be the first one voted out. Possibility. And oh, wait a minute. And also, I also just realized something too. Jose is also not part of an alliance, so he's also in trouble. Comes, while I'm thinking of it. So basically, you got Victor, Paul, and Jose. All three are not part of any alliance. So you know what? They may as well form their own alliance because because they that's what I think, because they really think they're part of another alliance, but they're really not. So that's why I'm saying the Newbies are not going to stick together. They've already fallen apart. So it's going to be an interesting game. So that's my conclusion on this. So hopefully you guys like what I talk about, and just hit subscribe if you like it, and if you got any comments, by all means do it, and we'll talk to you guys later. You're watching Andy WTH. I'm Andy. We'll catch you soon. Thanks. Bye.